Oh, I guess.
We
Doesn't
don't
matter. Oh,
usually.
in Canada they do all the time. All the time. Yeah.
Well, he must have given Kinsey the okay. She wouldn't have gone.
There you go. Send the pass of the dot where Robinson opens up. There we go. I'll put a little something behind it. Oh, careful. Hello. What's that? Oh, thank you. Oh, Marion. Hi. Oh my gosh, no, no, this isn't Thank you. We also know for my son, sometimes back and forth to that on the weekend. All that good stuff. I'd rather just envision that you guys are listening in the car, trying to explain, I appreciate you tuning in. You bet. Prince Edward Island. Doing it over summer. Over summer. Facility there. Beautiful. A good college and beautiful. Awesome. Awesome oysters and known for the like that's in Canada, like all over, like just all over. A lot of it was. It was good. Yeah, good meal. Really amazing food.
Hello and welcome to game 2 of the day, to game 2 of the tournament here. Same rink, we're at rink 2 in Rockville, Maryland. This time we're playing against Mount Academy from Prince Edward Islands in Canada. So good to play different competition. TC is in their road blues, but now on a different bench. So they switched it around on us here. So TC in their road blues, Mount Academy in their home whites. Carson Lean is getting the start and goal. TC will be going left to right on your screen. Hope everybody's enjoying their Friday. Friday. It's happy hour almost here, Mike. Mike Zamora on. I know, Mike Zamora on video today. Thanks for helping out. On the way here, I was driving by and there's an auto body shop, Zamora.
Yeah.
Did you see it
Yeah.
with the Z? I was like, huh.
Distant relative.
Yeah, they spell it differently out here. Yeah. So no Coach Greg on the bench. He is coaching the 19, so Locks and Coach Molly. TC breaks her huddle. Quick turnaround, which is probably good from this morning. Short memory, moving on to the next game. So we'll see how TC responds, coming off a 4-1 loss this morning. Once again, we have one game tomorrow and then one game on Sunday with to be determined after that. Still no music. We might have to have you sing, Mike. How you doing, Billy?
I can fix that for him.
Yep. All right. TC comes out of their huddle in front of their bench. Out comes Tippett, Brennick, Bell, Bachman, and Fry. Refs are ready. Teams are ready. Here we go. Puck is down, controlled by Mount off the draw, spin around. Goes back to Fry, she sends it out to the middle. Bachman goes and tracks it down, banks it ahead over to Tippett and flips it up and out of the zone. Mount Academy regroups, throws it up near side, picked off there by Macy Bell. Fights through a couple stick checks and gets it down in deep. Academy rims around over to Fry. Fry keeps it in. Steps on the hash mark over to Macy. Macy, nice move, centers it. Comes back over to Mount, and they push out with it. Mount shoots it down, goes to the left of Lean, goes up into the corner. Mount goes for a change. Fry gets it up over to Robinson, fresh off the bench. Kinsey settles it down, backhands it, intercepted here by Mount, and they regroup at center. Fine middle, goes all the way down, no touch, so they're going to say icing. So once again, 16 minutes on the clock. We got 15:07 left in the first. Early on, still scoreless. So Robinson is joined by Deckers, Wong, Landa, and Flanagan. Robinson ties up at the dot. Puck is down, back over to Deckers, quickly to Landa. Landa keeps it in, throws it far side over to Belina. Belina now able to walk, shot, save, rebound, comes out, all the way to the point. Landa is able to step in. Charlie tried to bring it to the middle and got taken away by Mount. Mount pushes out with it, gains the red line, gets it in deep. Carson comes out, settles it down behind, leaves it there for Robinson, gets it up to Deckers. Deckers back over to middle for Belina. Belina now dancing through the middle, backhands it across, stays onside and lets Flanagan in her. Viv shoots it on net, it got deflected, but we'll have a whistle as the goalie gloves it down. So new 5 come out with Kelly, Baugh, Wiedenmeyer, Sandquist, and Egan. One to the corner by Mount. Mount bring it around, throw it up near side. chipped ahead. Now 1-on-1. Sandquist, good angle, goes through the middle. Then comes Mount. Shot, saved there by Karst. Goes back over to Egan. Egan now wheels. Comes up through middle. They're giving her a lane. Comes up all the way through, fights through a slash. No, Emma Kelly shot blocker, save. Back over to Wiedemeyer. Wiedemeyer cycles for Bachman. Put it back in. Puck goes down low. Banked behind. Flipped up and out of the zone. Good step there by Mayer. Mayer takes it away. Takes a hit. Goes partially in there. A little physicality here early on. Once again, these refs let them play. Moncton brings it in down in the corner. Anna looking, loses an edge from her back, cycles it back over to Wiedemeyer. Wiedemeyer now working in the corner. Mount comes out with it. They throw it up near side. Fry pinches in, goes right back over to Gigi. Gigi's looking, throws it down low. Moncton picks it up behind. Centers there, all the way through, goes back up to Fry. Fry patiently waits over to Bachman. Deflected into the near corner. Back over for Cavera. Cavera working on the half wall. Back over to Brennick through her stick. Back over to Mount, and they shoot it down. Got touched, so no icing. Lean leaves it there for Bachman. Bachman turns around, tried to get it to Fry. Misconnected there. Anna comes in. Couple bodies go down. Goes back into the half wall. They center. Goes right over to Bachman. Bachman quickly ahead. Bachman at the end of his shift goes for a change as she tipped it ahead. Now Tippett giving chase in the far corner. Mount tries to break down. Gets it over to Tippett. Campbell comes in. Gets a couple slashes back over to Macy. Macy feeds the point to Landa. Landa from the top of the circle. Shot. Deflected. Bounces to the side of the net. Now controlled by Mount. Mount Academy now comes out with it. Doesn't gain the red line. Shoots it all the way down. This should be icing. I don't know why icing's optional now. Back up over to Belina. Belina tried to go middle. Goes back up to the point. Back up to the neutral where Mount regroups. They throw it middle. Back over for Landa. Landa now fights through. Delayed penalty coming as she got tripped up as Mount touches up here at 11:50 of the first. Power play opportunity number 1 for TC. Score is 0-0. A good opportunity right here for Team Colorado. Mount goes in for tripping. Out comes Brennick, Tippett, Wong, Wiedemeyer, and Ba. Puck is down, Brennick chips it to the wall. Hands it off over, and Wiedemeyer feeds the point, but Ba wasn't quite there, so it comes back out to neutral. Gigi tried to go middle, and Mount just shoots it all the way down. Ba settles it down behind the goal. Comes up near side, over to Belina. Belina loses it, gets it right back up to Piper. Piper to Gigi. Middle. Girls weren't moving their feet, so it gets cleared back and goes back down in. Now Gigi skates back, picks it up. Makes a move around 1, brings it across into the zone. Gigi looking middle. Gigi stepping, shot, glove save. 1:12 left in the power play here. 11:02 left in the first, still scoreless. Robinson, Deckers, Bell, Egan, and Sandquist. Poked ahead, flipped ahead, gets up and into the bench, so we'll have a face-off back in our offensive zone. Kinsey looking to win on her backhand, back over to Sandquist. Chipped ahead. Kinsey shoots it in behind and chases. Hustles over. Deckers picks it up. Now below the goal line. Goes up to the point. Back over for Landon. Landon in the middle. Shot blocked into shins and goes up near side where Kinsey's able to settle it down. Robinson has time. Wheels on the blue line. Chips ahead. Down for Deckers. Deckers leaves it for Robinson. Backhand. Goes across. Bell now picks it up, feeds the point. Stays in. Sandquist with the Egan. Egan looking, middle. Shot deflected wide as Bell got a piece of it. Bell gets it back. Back over to Mayer. Mayer, shot through. Off of Breezer and deflected to the far corner. Macy chips it back to Sandquist. One time, whistles wide. Robinson able to step. They're giving in the middle. Kinsey, shot, blocked. Back over for Bell. Bell turns around. They get it up and out of the zone. 7 seconds left in the power play. Got to hustle. Egan goes in. Shot, glove, save. Nobody's around it, so they're playing it. Watch behind here. We got to watch behind. We come out, now we're full strength. 5-on-5. Turnover. Goes back over to Moncton. Moncton now. Centers. Shot. Oh, just goes wide by Cabrera. Good opportunity there. Good stick on puck. Just missed the net on the left far post. Comes in. Fry. Pinches. Puck goes out to the middle. Chipped in by Moncton. Now Fry working along the wall. Mount gets it back. Clears it. Fresh off the bench is Bachman. Brings across the blue line. But we didn't quite clear, so we'll have offsides. So 0-0 here at 9:15 left in the first. Ba wins it back. Bachman touches it to Fry. Fry gains the red line, gets it in. Puck goes all the way around on the far boards. Chip ahead, kept in there by Eva. Eva throws it back in deep. Moncton giving chase. Shoot it up here, near side to Fry. Fry bounces, puck goes up top. Anna, middle for Wiedemeyer. Tried to go around one, couldn't quite get around two. Back now to B. B, back over to Gigi. Shot, save. 8:44 left in the first. Good zone time here for TC. Brennick keeps it in her skate, kicks it to herself. Piper back up to Landa. Touches the Belina, shot through traffic off a pad. Good save there. Comes up near side. Kept in by Charlie. Thrown down deep. Emma Kelly, first one to it. Picks it up behind the net. Kelly up to the point. Belina called for it, wanted it, shot. Blocked, doesn't quite get through. Stuck on the hash and pushed out by Mountain Academy. They come out with it, chip it ahead. Goes in down deep with Belina. Belina quickly throws it around. Kept in there by Mount. Mount through traffic. Blocker saved by Kars here to the near side. Back over to Landa. Comes up quickly to Kelly. Kelly with Wiedemeyer on a 2-on-3, gets it in, goes for a change. B, forechecking. Academy throws it up, chipped ahead, kept in on the wall and chipped out. Landa quickly, good one touch from Deckers back over to Brennick. Brennick now gets it in deep. Deckers picks it up, throws it up top. Belina, shot, pad save. Viv, Flanagan feeds the point. Back over to Landa. Landa quickly over to Belina. Belina, top of the circle. Shot, blocked. Around and cleared by Mount. Goes all the way down. Robinson, who's covering at the point, gets to it. Kinsey banks it off the boards over to Deckers. Deckers now picks it up and skates. Comes out on the left-hand side. Lauren, middle, shot, pad save, rebound, up, oh, just went wide. Back over for Flanagan. Flanagan quickly to Egan. Egan through traffic, off a shin and in the near corner. Backhanded around. Up to the half wall, picked off there by Robinson. Robinson brings it into the corner. Backhand's nice play up top. Sandquist one time. Shot, save. Steered into the corner. Back over to Deckers. Deckers tried to center it and goes all the way down or into our zone. Sandquist gonna be a retreat. Pick it up, has time, sends it up to Gigi. Gigi brings it across. Gigi goes around a defender. They have support. Mount now picks up in the corner, loses it, goes back over to Gigi. She chips it for Bell. Now Macy and Gigi working in the corner. Deflected, goes in. Couple good bodies there, working hard. Macy, good work there. Comes back up to Egan. Egan able to keep it in, throw it in down deep. Goes far side. Gigi working with Tippett. They throw it out to neutral. Mayer shoots it in. TC's got tag up. Now Campbell on the forecheck. Forces a turnover. Chips it back down low. Just got to keep wearing them down and get eyes in front of this goalie. Throw him back in. Mount having troubles breaking it out. Gigi deflected it. Now comes out. They gain the red line. Shoot it all the way down. Runs across the red line. No icing. Goes back over to Egan. Egan banks it quickly over TC to Bell. Nice pass. Macy doesn't quite gain the red line, so they're going to say that's offsides. .5:25 left in the first. 0-0. Face off to the right of Carson. One to the corner. Brennick wins it over there. Fry. Now Mount was the first one to get there. Picks it up. Fry working down low with Brennick. Over to Cavera. Brennick throws it around near side. Picked up by Moncton. Comes out. Rolls off her stick up to front. Good work there by Addie. Addie is tied up a little bit. Puck goes down right underneath her and it gets chipped up and out of the zone. Bachman fans on it. Goes back over to Fry. Good work there. Back over to Cavera. Cavera throws it up the wall a little bit. Bounces. Tried to go middle. Hit the ref and goes back into the corner. Go over to Mount. They center. Bounces around. Backhand. Oh, good stick there by Bachman. Force it up and out. Now TC on a rush with Moncton. Tried to throw it in. She ended up being 1-on-4. TC completes the change. Mount throws it far side. Brings it across the red line. Puck is around. Belina couldn't quite pick it up. Now Mount goes middle. Leaves it up top. Shot. Deflected. Far corner. Picked up by Robinson. Robinson spins around to her forehand. Quinn's tried to flick it up the wall. Got it back over to Wiedemeyer. Wiedemeyer going through three people. Back over B. Coming up the left-hand side. Tried to center. Couldn't quite do it. Mount gets it. They throw up to Belina. Belina gets an absolute ran over and a delayed penalty coming. Carson on the net as Mount just touches up. As they go for a penalty for 2 minutes for roughing. So another power play opportunity here for TC at 3:47 of the first. Tippett, Brennick, Wong, Wiedemeyer, and Ba. One by Mount. Kept in, glove down, or just deflected out to neutral by Gigi. Back over to Belina. Belina, back in. Belina, back in. Over to Brennick. Shot just went wide. Mount tried to clear it up the wall. Wiedemeyer now settles it down. Over to Brennick, down low. Back up top. Gigi quickly to Belina. Belina back over to Wiedemeyer. Wiedemeyer steps at the dot. Shot wide. Back over to Belina. Belina looks middle for bumper. Goes all the way through. Brennick picks it up in the far corner. Banks it back over to B. B now scanning. Settling it down. Back over for Piper. Piper back up to Gigi. Gigi delays. Gets a stick on it. Goes right of the goalie. Picked up there by Brennick. Brennick back over to Wiedemeyer. Flips it back up to Gigi. Back over to B. B down low for Piper. Has a weak side over for shot. Save. Rebound. In. No. They're going to say it's played with a high stick. Clock. So no goal there by TC. As they said, it was played for by the high stick. Oh man, oh man. So faceoff's going to go all the way down our D zone at 2:45. Saying 58 seconds still left on the penalty and the power play. Robinson wins it to the corner. Thrown up near side to Macy Bell. Macy has time. Brings it across the blue line. Oh, skates, waits patiently. Now looks to re-enter the zone. Macy brings it up the right-hand side. Around 2 stick checks. Macy settles it down, looking to set up. Bell, back up top to Egan. Egan, go over to Bell. Tried to get it down low. Got Deckers. Deckers backhands it back over to Egan. Give it, go over Deckers. Far side, middle, shot, save, rebound. And now another whistle saying the net came off. It did. Far post. So 23 seconds left, still in the power play. 2:10 left in the first, still scoreless. Robinson. Mount wins it to the corner. They turn around, hops up over Egan's, and goes back out to neutral. They're streaking up. Now Mount's coming up the left-hand side. Good angle there. Shot goes wide. No penalty there. We might have got away with one. Egan chips it back over to Robinson. On a 3-on-2. Sorry, this is Sandquist. Sandquist turns around. Top of the circle. Stops. Shot. Blocked. Goes back over to Deckers. Out of the box comes Mount, so back to full strength. Backhanded behind to Robinson. Robinson tried to center, goes off the top of the net. Got hit hard, and there's no call. Right back over to Sandquist. Shot, save, rebound, another save. The Canadian teams, they sure like to play physical, you know that. And 1:28 left in the first. That hopefully will lead to many more power plays. Ba steps in, back over to Moncton. Gives it to Fry. Across to Bachman. She wants it. Toss. Oh, just missed on the left-hand side. Just missed, goes into the corner near side. Moncton goes in the middle. Back to Gigi. Backhand. Save. Bob picks it up. Centers. Cleared by Mount. Skated out with it. Bring it out to center. Mount. Banks it in. Left-hand side. Good support there by Bachman. Get over to Fry. Bounces around. Back into the corner. Fry gets pinned against the wall. Centered. Back over to Bachman. Cleared quickly over to Moncton. Moncton steps up. Now pushes. All comes Moncton. Shot. Deflected. Goes over the net. Far side for Cavera. Eddie tried to get it down low. But Mount comes up and out of the zone. Academy shoots it down. Goes in on Cars. She paddles it over there for Cavera. Cavera turns. Throws it up near side and Moncton. Moncton spins. Gains the red line. Gets it in far corner. 20 seconds left in the first. Mount tries to break out. They chip it ahead. Goes back over to Wiedemeyer. Wiedemeyer gets to Landa. Landa back over to Wiedemeyer. Wiedemeyer across the line. Shot. Stick save. Rebound. Kelly picks it up. Cycle 3 seconds. Got to get a shot. Landa. Shots. Save. So after one, it's TC 0, Mount 0. Shots on the board are 19-3 in favor of TC. This goalie from Mount gets a lot of shots. She's used to a lot of shots. The key is, and she's got a good size, the key is to get in front of her eye. Yep. Is it something we said? Here, you can say hi to everybody at home. Billy, say hi to everybody. Okay, TC breaks our huddle. Start of the second period here, going right to left on your screen. Once again, the girls are trying to open the floodgates here. That goal doesn't seem so big right now. They got to keep shooting, keep going to the net. And good things will happen.
We got an extra shot, too.
We got an extra shot by sitting in the bed, or sitting. Oh, that happened. Wow.
We don't want to miss anything.
So how comes Wiedemeyer? Oh, delayed penalty. There's a trip right off the draw. As the B said, hey, you're going to the box. So power play here at 16 minutes. Right off the draw. So, hey, inside the zone. Yep, just trying to help out the refs here. So 2 minutes for tripping at the center ice draw. You don't see that too often. So out comes Sandquist, Robinson, Egan, Deckers, and Bell. One by Mount. They turn around, tried to clear it, deflected off of Macy and into the corner. Robinson now backhands it up to Landon. Landon quickly over to Egan. Egan back over to Sandquist. Sandquist, shot! Gets through, deflected, or that get blocked. Into the wall, working. Mayer chips it ahead into the corner. Comes back in, controlled by Mount, and they flip it up and out of the zone. Back goes Sandquist. Backhands it across, no one's there, so Egan races over for it. Picks it up. Mayer now creates some time and space. Banks it up near side. Picked off there by Mount Academy. Goes back over to Deckers. Shot back over to Sandquist. Sandquist finds open ice over for Robinson. Chips it ahead. Kinsey now brings it in. Backhands it down low. Robinson now can able to set up. Kinsey. Backhands it over to Bell. Bell up top. Sandquist one time. Bounces in on the goal. Save into the corner. Centered. Goes all the way through. Sandquist. Directed, blocked by Alpha Skate in the corner. Now Basie Bell sets up on the hash. Up top to Belina. Shot through traffic, blocker save. Goes into the near corner. Sandquist centers. Goes all the way through, back over to Mount, and they clear. Paddled in, goes back to Carson. Gives it to Belina. TC changing up their power play unit. Belina up to Gigi. Bounces off her stick. Goes back over to Mount. Mount bringing it in left-hand side. Good stick there by Belina. Brings it to the corner. Now they're able to walk. Good stick there by Tippett. Gets it back. They step on it. Goes over to Belina. Belina up to Wiedemeyer. Wiedemeyer brings it across. B. Shot. Bounces in. Rebounds there. Still loose. Couple bodies down. Still loose on the side of the net. Out of the box comes Mount, and we'll have a whistle. So 13:55 left in the second. They just gave us 5 shots on that one.
Had more than 2.
Okay.
It was chilling at 2 there.
Right? So face off to the left of their goalie. Out comes Robinson, Fry, and Bachman. Goes into the corner. Up to Cavera. Now back over to Mount. They shoot it off their skate, back out to center. Bachman shoots it back in. Goes to the far corner. Cavera working with Moncton. Brings it back down low. Addy chips it ahead. Gets it over to Sylvie. Sylvie spins at the hash. Gives it over to Moncton. Moncton backhand just goes wide. Goes up near side. Cleared there by Mount. Mount now comes across the blue line. Ships it back. TC takes it away. Robinson settles it down. Up to Cavera, backhands it out. Mount regroups. Ships it up over to Fry. Fry finds Robinson to Bachman. Up to Cavera. Tried to go cross-eyed over Moncton. Goes back over. Hannah pushes it ahead. Dives ahead forward, and the goalie covers up. Well, that's one way to go to the net. 12:57 left in the second, still 0-0. Brennick steps in. One back by Mount. They throw it up near side. Kept in by Belina, bounces back over to Piper. Hands it off, that was Flanagan hands it off over to Piper. Landa shoots it back in deep. Comes rims around, back up to the point. Belina, shot. Goes off his shin into the far corner. Mount flips it up and out of the zone. Belina, first one to it. Huang quickly up to Deckers. Deckers, across the blue line. Carried it in the corner. Centered, goes all the way through and behind Flanagan, and Mount just chips it up and out of the zone. It's going to go all the way down for icing. .12:15 left in the second, still 0-0. Fresh five come out. Ba, Kelly, Wiedmeyer, Sandquist, and Egan. One to the corner by Mount. They rim it around. Gigi anticipates that and gets it behind. Back up top to Sandquist. Sandquist looks over to Egan. Egan, shot, goes to the left. Centered by Gigi. Up top for B. Glove save. Beautiful save there by their goalie. Ba, Wiedmeyer, Sandquist. Kicks it back over to B. Deflected. Shot. And save. Oh, good stick there by Emma Kelly. Beautiful deflection there, Mike. Just caught, the goalie didn't even have a chance. It just hit her right arm. And with our puck luck right now, instead of deflecting behind her, it deflected right in front. So back over for Gigi. Gigi, back to B. Quick shot. This time blocked and out of the zone. Sandquist racing for it. Mount picks it up, skates it in, backhand. Wiedmeyer steps in, intercepts that. Now works behind. Handoff over for Egan. Egan, boy, 55 is something. Comes up to Wiedmeyer. Wiedmeyer backhands it to Gigi. Now 2-on-2 with Kelly. Ba, left-hand side. Brings it in deep, centers, off of Emma Kelly, loose, across, comes back up to Sandquist. Quick shot to and Wiedmeyer fanned on it, goes in behind. Gigi gets bodied off the puck, and out comes Mount. Academy throws it in, near side. Bodied into the corner by Sandquist. Support there by Ba. Poked it ahead. Gigi flips it up over to Mayer. Mayer now in the corner, tried to center, goes back over to Mount. Mount looking up top. Deflected up to the point. Throw him back in. Egan, first one to it. Backhands it, gets kicked. The puck don't know where it is. Saved there by Lean. That deflection went up. Carson was looking over her left shoulder, got deflected over the right side, and she was able to get a pad there to keep it out at 10:38 of the second. 0-0. Robinson, Tippett, Bell, Bachman, and Fry. One back to Mount. Shot blocked into the corner. Fry picks it up, backhands it over to Eva. Bachman quickly up to Tippett. Tippett rolls off her stick. They throw it back in. Middle, Fry. Chipped it up to the far wall. Up and out of the zone. Macy working. There. It's tied up. Macy fights through a couple of checks. Work along Robinson. Couple of hits there. Coaches want another penalty. Fry fans on it. Goes back over to Mount. Mount coming in. Shot. Saved there by Cars. Loose. Rebound. Comes out. Back over to Robinson. Robinson now with Fry on a 2-on-2. Robinson. Poke checked into the wall. Decided to center it. Back over to Kinsey. Kinsey still working. To Bachman. Shot. Knuckle puck just went behind. Goes back over for Fry. Tried to center it. Leave it for Tippett. Mount clears it to the far corner. Moncton comes in. Goes off her shin and goes deflected middle. Mount has some time. They backhand it. Throw it across the ice. Kept in there by Bachman. Gets in deep. Brennick now. Brennick working in the corner. Picked up there by Mount Academy. They tried to get it, picked off by Moncton. Moncton's shot blocked now into the corner and cleared. Goes all the way down for icing. .9:10 left in the second, still scoreless. Tavera, Brennick, Moncton, Wong, and Landa. Backhand. Moncton back up top. Thrown in by Charlie. Picked up by Piper. Piper in behind. Piper working. Deflected, middle. Belina tried to keep it in, but got deflected out to center. Piper, fan on it. Go back in. In on Carson, she covers for a whistle. .8:47 left in the second. Out comes Baugh, Flanagan, and Deckers. Baugh wins it back. Deflected, goes in front. Deflected him wide behind Carson. Back in. Now we got. Give her a 10. They're allowed to talk to you? Well, what do you know? 55 goes in for a third penalty. Are they allowed to talk to you like that?
Simmer down.
Refs are talking. So we'll see what they call here. Okay, since it's their third penalty already. So it looks like 55 is getting ejected. It might be our third penalty already. And is allowed to do that. That was...
Pretty serious.
Dude, someone needs to go in and tell that little girl to straighten up.
Wow. Game's half over and she already got kicked out. That was something. So here we go. Power play opportunity here for TC at 8:40. I got a feeling that might not be first time she's gotten kicked out.
Just chirping the ref on her
Oh man, it's nonstop. So it's a 5-minute. Okay. 5-minute major. All right, so 5-minute power play here for TC at 8:40 of the second. Let's go, girls, right here. Use this to our advantage. Now to Robinson, steps in at the dot. Shot out and cleared by Mount. Egan retreats, picks it up, throws it back over to Macy. Now Macy looking to carry. Macy near side, back over to Sandquist. Sandquist dumps it in. Decker's giving chase to the left, the goalie covers it. So offensive zone face-off here for TC. Same 5 stay out. Robinson wins it cleanly, back to Sandquist, across ice, over to Egan. Egan, shot, doesn't get through. Backhanded up and out of the zone. Carson tried to get it to Egan, or through Egan, goes back over to Mount. They bring it in behind. Robinson now, pins in behind. Got to get the puck here, girls, got to go. Decker's coming in to dig it out. Kicked ahead. Girls having trouble getting it out of the corner. Now out comes Deckers. Deckers. Near side over to Egan. Egan across the blue line. Backhands middle. Deckers leaves it for Robinson. Shot. Save. Fresh 5 come out for TC. Wiedemeyer, Brennick, Ba, Wong, and Tippett. 3:49 still left in the power play. One by TC goes into the corner. Mount chips it up. Wiedemeyer now settles it down. Back to Ba. Boss walks. Back over to B. Top of the circle. Down low for Brennick. Back over for B. B gets it back. Shot. Block. Back up to Belina. Throws it back in near corner. Piper spins around. Able to walk. Brennick brings it in. Shot. Save. Covered. This goalie, if she sees it, she's going to save it. We got to get her going left and right or take away her eyes here. Wiedemeyer steps into the dot. Piper centers, rolls all the way through, back over to Belina. Belina spins around. Looking middle, back down over to B, back up top to Belina. Belina throws it back over to Gigi. Gigi able to shot. Misses the net and goes all the way back and rims around. Belina retreats. Picks it up, goes around to her right, up to Tippett. Mount pokes at it, over to Belina, throws it far side for Piper. Piper chips it ahead over to Gigi. Gigi going with B. Gigi. Brings it into the corner, taken away by Mount, and they throw it up to the near wall. Get it up and out of the zone. It's thrown in. Carson paddles it. Gets it up over to Wiedemeyer. Wiedemeyer to Robinson. Now a possible 2-on-1. Kinsey bringing it across. Has Deckers in front. Drop pass for Wiedemeyer. Wiedemeyer skates it in the corner. They lose an edge. Back over for Deckers. Deckers slowing it down. Throws it far side. Back to Egan. Egan tried to go middle. Tipped. Save. Goes in behind. Thrown up near side over to Sandquist. Steps in. Tries to get through. Back over to Wiedemeyer. Shot. Save. Covered. 2:02 left in the power play. 5:42 left in the second. Still 0-0. Kinsey wins it, pokes back over to Deckers, feeds Egan, couldn't quite reach it, so comes out to neutral. Mayer spins, backhands it, gets it back over to Deckers. Deckers now across. Deckers brings it into the corner, sets it up, back up top. Egan now walking the line quickly to Bell. Bell, shot off a shin, goes right back over to Sandquist. Sandquist centers, pad save, Mount cleared. Egan picks it up, throws it up top. TC almost collided there, goes in on net, and goalie's gonna cover it, so we'll take it for an offensive zone faceoff. Exactly 5 minutes left in the second. Tippett steps in the dot. Ties up, puck's down, picked out there by Wiedemeyer. Back up to Ba. Ba, looking, walking middle. Gigi tried to throw it far side off a glove. Belina is able to get it in deep. Mount turns around, kept in there by Belina on the half wall. Puck is down in her skates, trying to dig out of there. Tippett taps it over to Gigi. Gigi walks, blue line, shot, save. .56 seconds left in the power play. Tippett steps in. Wins it to the corner. Piper picks it up. We just need a bounce here, guys. We just need a bounce. Back over to Wiedemeyer. Back down low for Brennick. Wiedemeyer up top to Gigi. Down low. Good cycle here. Shot by Belina. Gets blocked into the corner. Goes back up top for Gigi. Gigi back down low for Belina. Gigi now sets up. Walks. Give and go with Belina. Belina Tried to center it up the bumper, goes back over to Gigi. Shot through traffic, deflected, saved into the corner. Now Piper. Back up top for Ba. Back for Piper. Piper able to walk. Piper has shot, save, rebound, still loose. Belina on the back door. It comes back up to top to Gigi. Gigi feeds Belina. Backhands, goes wide. Wiedemeyer. Brennick. Ba. Shot deflected and back to full strength. So Mount kills off a 5-minute penalty. Back to full strength and they rim it around near side. Out comes Mount. Push it ahead. Comes up. Brennick takes it around. We can go. Brennick quickly up to Wiedemeyer. Wiedemeyer coming in a one-on-one. Shot, save. Comes up into the corner. Mount comes out with it. Deflected up, picked off there by Moncton. Comes back out to center. Robinson dumps it back in. Moncton hustles over. Good hustle there. Gets it, takes it away. Feeds the point. Hops up over Bachman's stick and out. Rolls back down in our D zone. Bachman tries to settle it down. Still spinning. Goes back over to the Mount. Mount banks it back over to Moncton. She chips it ahead. Now looking at a race with Robinson in front. Good hustle there by Anna to try to center it. Comes back, puck still loose. Back up to the point. Frost settles it down. Quickly to Bachman. Bachman, shot. Pad save into the far corner. 2:25 left in the second. Out comes Mount. Mount around one. Off a stick. Oh, good stick there. Comes back. Cleared by Cavera. Out of the reach for Moncton. They throw it back. Addy picks it off. Goes middle. Back over to Anna. Anna, nice pass in the middle for Brennick. Brennick, strong move around, picks it up, stops, top of the circle, middle. Macy Bell now skates it in. Stops now at the hash. Macy looking middle. Still looking. They're letting her, finds middle. Shot, deflected, not sure where it went right back over to Bell. Bell backhands it back over for Fry. Fry throws it back down deep for Cavera. Cavera now still working, hands it off to Macy. Tried to get it back up to the point and Mount comes out and takes it away. They shoot it all the way down. This one should be icing if it gets there. Nope, doesn't quite get there. Bachman, first one to it. Throws it middle. All the way down for Bell off her skate and deflected back to their defenseman. Now Mount circles, deflects to the middle. Fry banks it off the boards. Now it's a battle in front of the benches. Cleared to the near side by Mount. They tried to go middle. Tippett intercepts that. Soup takes it away, but goes right back over to Mount. Mount, good stick there by Belina. Deflects it up over to Gigi. Leaves it for Kelly. Kelly backhands it into the zone. Flipped in. Mount, first one to it. Under a minute left in the second. They go middle. Intercepted there. Wiedemeyer, shot. Deflected into the netting for a whistle. .9 seconds left in the second. It is 0-0. Wiedemeyer and Ba, Kelly. Landa and Wong. One by Gigi. Quickly to B, shot and save. Unless we go bar down, those shots are not getting through, Mike. Yep. Back cleanly to Wiedemeyer. Wiedemeyer through traffic. Pad save. Good shot there. Kept it low. Throwing back down. This is going to go all the way down. This should be icing. Same five stay out. Face off to the left of their goalie, who's seen 43 shots. Gigi steps middle, passes across, couldn't quite connect there with Kelly. Belina steps in, shot. Deflected back up top of the circle and out to neutral. Center ice banked ahead by Landa. Thrown ahead, gotta be careful here. They center, comes all in, oh. Possible breakaway gets deflected in behind. Now it's in behind the net, thrown up top to their D. Mount, shot, blocked there by TC. 6 seconds left. GG, we gotta go. Shoots it on net, bounces, paddle, and there's a horn. So we'll have a resurface here. After 2 is TC 0, Mount Academy 0. Shots are 45 to 5. We'll be back here in about 10 minutes, everybody. And then no score there, then it ends in a tie. Welcome back, everybody. Getting ready to start the third period. I don't know if what you're doing at home or if you're at work or in the car or something, but we need, if anybody knows of a goal dance, we need one right now because these girls are trying hard. They just are snake bitten. So third period's about ready to start. Girls got energy. They got energy. So TC gonna go left to right here in the third period. 0-0 score. Out comes Wiedenmeyer. Kelly, Baugh. Defense, we're waiting for them. Out they come. Sandquist and Egan. Here we go, let's go TC. Puck is won by TC. Egan retreats, gets it back over to Sandquist. Nice touch up in the middle for Gigi. Chips it ahead, goes through a defender's leg. Cleared by Mount. Pushed ahead by Egan, but it goes back over to Mount Academy. Mount Academy carries all the way across neutral, backhands it back over to Sandquist, and she flips it out. Kelly racing for it. Thrown up, banked, good read there by Mare. Mare able to step. Egan backhands it across, goes over to Wiedenmeyer. Wiedenmeyer centers, spun around. Kelly sticking on the side with all the water. Tried to kick ahead, still sticking. Goes into the corner. Wiedenmeyer working hard. Gigi tried to center, back over for Kelly. Kelly tried to spin, but Mount able to push out and clear. Egan banks it ahead. Careful, too many. Backhands in. Goalie leaves it for her defenseman. Mount carries it across in the middle, taken away by Deckers. Gets checked down and goes back over to Academy. Now Mount Academy comes up near side. Across the red line. Tried to dump it, but got taken away by Flanagan. Flanagan goes in behind Carson. Viv looks, still push. Backhands it up. Over to Fry. Fry to Deckers. Lauren across the red line, gets slashed and comes back out. Now it's a break here for Mount. They center it. Goes all the way through. Robinson pressures there and goes back in behind. Bachman leaves it for Fry. Taps it back over for Eva. Now back over for Sylvie. Backhands it up to the point. Mount throws it back down into the corner. Robinson with a lot of time and space. Gets it, rims it around. Up to Deckers. Deckers tried to go center, picked off there by Mount. Pinned against the wall right at the red line. Thrown in. Bachman, first one to it. Gets it back up to Deckers. Deckers turns around, shoots it up and out. Mount now goes, regroups at center. They find middle. Gains the red line, chips it in deep. Fry and Bachman at the end of a long shift here. Puck goes in the corner by Mount. They throw it in behind. Fry picks it up, patiently waits, gets it back over for Deckers. Deckers up to center. Brennick, nice move, around one. Gets it over to Flanagan, dumps it in, and they're finally everybody's able to change. Piper takes it away. Brennick behind. Brennick looking, has it, centers, bounces around for Tippett, shot and goal! Campbell Tippett. They shot high, a rebound, puts it in the back of the net. Tippett from Brennick at 13:04, and TC goes up 1-0. And you can feel a collective sigh. There we go, 13:04 left in the third. Brennick, Bell, Tippett, Wong, and Landa. Landa chips it up over to Bell. Macy gets it in deep. Piper, first one to it. As Mount rims it around, far side. Tried to keep it in, deflects off a Tippett right at the blue line, deflected up here, and we'll get a whistle. As it say, offsides. Ba, Moncton, Cavera, Wong, and Landa. GG gets it back. Misconnects there, goes back over to Charlie. Charlie chips it up over to Anna. Anna now working, gets it to Gigi. Good chip there. Now one-on-one here for Cavera. Cavera now towards the middle. Addy still working, brings it in, gets taken up dangerously. Now we got a delayed penalty coming as Mount touches up. As Cavera got driven into the boards and she slowly gets up. Looks like she's all right. She's bending over. Hope she's good, but skating off on her own. Mount Academy goes into the box here at 12:26, 2 minutes for tripping. So power play here for TC. Deckers, Robinson, Bell. Egan and Sandquist. One by TC. Back up over to Sandquist. To Egan. Egan has Macy. Macy off her skate. Shot! Oh, just good opportunity there. Good pad save by the goalie. Back up to Mare. Mare able to walk. Goes far side. Over to Macy. Shot off the outside of the post. Goes back over to Sandquist. Shot. Save. Oh. Good opportunities there by TC. Feeling a little pep in their step here. Power play. New power play comes out. Brennick, Ba, Wiedmeyer, Tippett, and Wong. Goes the middle, cleared by Mount. Carson stops it there for Gigi. Gigi getting pressured, so she wheels. Gigi now goes up to Brennick. Bounces off her stick, goes back over to the defenseman, and they clear. Carson looks over her shoulder, leaves it there for Belina. Belina quickly gets it for Tippett. Nice pass, tape to tape, goes for Gigi. Gigi across the blue line, over to Wiedmeyer. Couldn't quite handle it on her backhand, but deflects it into the corner. Tippett now able to set up. Tippett feeds Ba, middle. Back down low for Brennick. Up top of the circle for B. B able to walk. Tip. Shot goes in behind. Belina working there with Brennick. Belina kicks it ahead, but it goes back to the Mount player. Off a ref skate. We take that break. Bounces around. Tip it. Taps it to Brennick. Back up top for Gigi. Shot. Tip. Goes wide. Turned around and cleared by Mount Academy. 30 seconds left in the power play. Gigi tried to get it up over to Wiedmeyer. Couldn't connect and goes all the way back down. Now Belina cycles it back down low. About 10 seconds left in the power play, so that's going to be about it. Gigi comes out with it. Quickly over to B. B carrying around a defender. B coming in, fights through from her knees, taps it over, shot, save, rebound. Now cleared and shot all the way down by Mount. Oh, I thought B was going to have a highlight goal there. She got tripped up from her knees. Shot it, but the goalie made a good save. So 1-0 lead here for TC. 10-17 left in the third. Robinson, Flanagan, Deckers, Fry, and Bachman. One back for TC. Deckers, quick shot. Stick save, centered, goes all the way through, near side. Chipped ahead by Mount. They throw it all the way down. Still fresh ice, so that's going to be icing. Another one here. Sounds good to me, Mike. Same five, stay out. 10:03 left in the third. Robinson wins it cleanly back to Fry. Quickly, one time. Like it, Bachman. Nice shot, low. Missed the net a little bit, but back down in the corner for Deckers. Flanagan skates over and supports. Viv working. Tried to deflect it up to Sylvie as she pinched in. Getting bodied. Back over for Mount. Academy goes middle. Good puck pressure there by TC. Forced that turnover. Back over to Viv. Tried to go middle. Defenseman read that and brought it back into the corner. Goes in behind. Academy tried to clear on their backhand. Dumped back in by TC, good change. Mockton fresh off the bench. Search it, turned over, right to Fry. Fry, round one, draw pass, left it, came back out, no. Ooh. Just offsides. We had a good angle on that. I might have to go back and review that. Mockton, Brennick, Cavera. One cleanly, but two cleanly. Goes all the way back down into our zone. Belina throws it up far side. Cavera couldn't quite handle it. Working along the wall. Almost gets deflected out, but picked up now by Brennick. Brennick, nice pass to Belina. Belina with Mockton. Mockton, cross. Mockton got a poke checked away. Deflected, goes in left-hand side. They bring it around, in behind. Tried to center, but picked off there by TC. Goes back up to their point, shoved back in down deep. Thrown back up top. Deflected, back over for Brennick. She backhands it up and out of the zone. Quickly picked up there by Cavera. Brennick now pokes ahead. Allows TC to partially change here. Out comes Mount. Academy. Cross the red line, deflected, bounces to the middle, still bouncing around, cleared by Charlie. Landa. Working, picks it up in the corner with Macy Bell. Goes back over to Mount. Got to be careful here. They step up top. Oh, tried to center. Good stick lift up to the point. Got saved by Carson. Comes up near side. Bell chips it back down in for Landa. Backhands it around. Tip it now. Tried to throw it middle. Puck is just rolling here, Mike. It's not even setting down. Back in for Mount. Mount tried to go middle. Goes off a Landa skate. Delayed penalty coming as Charlie took a little high stick to the face. So we will go on another power play here. 7:42 left in the third. 1-0 lead for TC. Power play opportunity. Egan, Deckers, Robinson, Sandquist, and Bell. One back, TC up to the point. Quickly over to Egan. Egan, eyes up, looking, shot, good tip. Oh, good save there by the goalie as Robinson got a piece of that. Bell settles it down. Back over to Mayer. Cycles, leaves it for Deckers. Deckers finds middle. Throws it far side for Bell. She banks it back to Sandquist. Time, tip. Oh, another good pad save. Robinson right there in the front. Give it away. Right back over to Bell. Mount just gave it right back to Macy. Macy looks, throws it down for Sandquist. Sandquist brings it in the corner. Tried to center it, deflects it to the near corner. Deckers backhands it up to Egan. Egan, give and go with Deckers. Deckers down the corner, back up top for Mayer. Mayer, through traffic, shot. Good idea. Deckers just missed the tip. Or she got part of it, just went wide. Another rebound. Back over for Mayer. Mayer, shot in. Good traffic in front. Robinson doing a good job of getting in front of the goalie. Back over to Egan. Tip goes back to Deckers. Deckers settles it down. Centers! And cleared by Academy. Settled down behind Carson. Egan quickly up to Emma Kelly. Emma Kelly to Robinson. Deflects off her stick, goes into the far corner. Rims it around. Kelly, 29 seconds left in the power play. Mountain Academy flips it up and out of the zone. Back over for Landon. Sandquist leaves it there for Fry. She pokes it ahead, now goes back in. Sandquist setting up behind Carson. Up to Kelly. Chip to the middle. Glove down there by Gigi. Got a poke checked away. Back comes Mount Academy. Chip it in. Can't be lazy here, girls. Got to keep going. Bachman out of the box they come. Set up far side. Wiedmeyer settles it down. Gigi crashing the net. Wiedmeyer shot. Deflected in the corner. Gigi picks it up. Settles down a bouncing puck. Gets thrown in back behind their goalie. 5:24 left in the third. Goes all the way down. This should be icing. And it is. What's that?
Been approaching 60.
Here we are. Ba, Kelly Wiedmeyer, Landa, Wong. One cleaning. Back Wiedmeyer. Quick over to Belina. Belina spins. Shoots it on net. Rebound. Wiedmeyer. Shot just went wide. Lifted up a stick. Centered. Kelly still working at it. Goes back over to B. B taps it back over to Belina. Shot through traffic. Goes over. Gigi centers. Hops up over Kelly's stick and cleared now by Mountain Academy. They push out. Gain the red line. Soft dump in the corner. Belina, first one to it. Belina working. Wins that battle, rims it around. Kept in there by Mount. Puck is deflected. Hops. Charlie kicks it to the wall. Backhands it up top. Over to B. Good chip there. Now Wiedmeyer on a rush on the left-hand side. B. Centers deflected in on goalie. Puck is loose. Top. Still loose. Brennan comes in. Hands it off over to Landa. Landa shoots it in. Banks it around. Mountain Academy tried to go middle. Good stick there by Wiedmeyer. Goes back over to Belina. Deflected back over to B. Mount is changing. Right in front of their bench. Going back over to Wiedmeyer. Trying to get off the ice there. Deflected over to Macy Bell. She picks it up to Brennick. Brennick, good play there to get it in deep and keep the clock running. Back over for Mount. They cycle. Goes to far corner. Tip it in pursuit with Bell. Forces to keep it in. Puck bounces around. Tried to come out middle. Good read there by Egan. Egan tried to center it. Mount got in the way and got it back up and out of the zone. Good hustle. They dump it in. Egan, first one to it. Mayer was on a mission. Love it. Back over for Bell. Middle for Tippett. Our goal scorer. Tipped it in. Mount rims it around near side. Comes up top, goes through Egan's legs and back out to center. Sandquist going to be first one to it. Landon goes left. Nice, good power turn out of the zone. Sandquist carrying it across neutral. Goes in across and out of the offsides. So 3:01 left in the third. 1-0 TC. Flanagan. Out there with Robinson and Deckers. Comes up near side. Fry gets it up over to Deckers and she dumps it in. Robinson giving chase. Mountain Academy, first one to it. Pass up near side, skate it right behind their goalie. We'll let them bring it back in all day long. Picked off there by Robinson. Up to the point. Bachman brings it back out. TC regrouping. Bachman carries it in. Right hand side. Quick shot. Goes wide. Kept in by Deckers. Deckers feeds up top. Flanagan throws it back down low. Back to their defenseman. Good pressure there. Good stick on puck by Viv. Brings it into the corner. Viv working there with Deckers. Lauren tried to feed the point, but got taken away. Now out comes Mount. Mount brings it across, backhands it in deep. Good pursuit there by TC. Fry gets it taken away. Deflected down low. Back over for Robinson. Robinson throws it up the wall. Able to get to it. Good chip there by Flanagan. Flanagan on a 2-on-1 with Deckers. Viv tried to center it just ahead of Deckers. Turns around shot. Goes wide. Up to Belina. Belina steps in. Nice toe drag. Belina backhanded. Got it in behind. Flanagan now working. Tried to wrap around. Back over to Belina. Belina short side deflected. Goes to the far corner. 1:29 left. Gigi picks it up. Gigi quickly to Belina. Shot. Just got deflected wide. Goes right back over for Gigi. Shot. Puck's just not quite getting on net. It's deflecting wide, but good pressure here by TC as they shoot it all the way down. Goes all the way down, and that's an icing. Wasn't sure if they were going to call it there or not yet, Mike. So 1:10 left in the third, 1-0 TC. Ba, Wiedemeyer, Kelly, Wong, and Landa. Goes to the half wall. Cycled back down low by Mount. Mount throws it up near side. Gigi races over and gets it back down in deep. Kelly now in pursuit. Kelly heads out for Gigi. Gigi, short side shot, save, goes in behind. Back over for Mount. Mount looking to carry. They throw it middle. Wiedemeyer picks that off. Waits for Kelly to clear. Wiedemeyer. Stick handles. Goes around one. Now in middle. Good step there by Belina. Now we got to get back. Back over Wong. Wong takes it away. Takes it away again. Just got to get it in deep. Wiedemeyer. Banks it in. Centers. Goes all the way through. Kelly able to pick it up at the top of the circle. Kelly lost it. Goes back over to Mount, and they chip it up and out. Back over from Landa. Landa quickly over to Gigi. Gigi now carrying across. That should be offsides. And it is, so. 13.4 seconds left. One nothing TC. TC makes a change. As we recall, it looks like Mount Academy is going to take a timeout. I didn't know you got a timeout at pool play. If only I knew the manager that could look on that. Okay, timeout is over. 13.4 seconds left on the clock. TC up 1-0. Bachman, Wong. See who else they put out here. Moncton, Brennick, and Cavera. Pushed ahead. Back one by TC and dumped in. The goalie came out of the net, so the goalie is out. So it's a 6-on-5. Moncton races into the corner, forces it in the corner, comes back up to Bachman. Shot in, goes the far side, and that's going to do it. So 1-0 win, 6-shot shutout for Cars as TC is victorious. Whew. So final shots after this one, 63 for TC, 6 for Mount Academy. But a win is a win. So girls finish 1-1 on the day. We are back at it tomorrow against the Princeton Tiger Lilies. That time is here, rink 1. So tomorrow at 2 o'clock local time. So 2 o'clock tomorrow, just one game tomorrow for the girls. So we will see you tomorrow. Enjoy the evening, everybody, and start of a holiday weekend. So have a great night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.